Hello and welcome once again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate. This is Policy of Madness. Last time we came here to Durlake's Tower. We explored the first 2 floors, which for some reason allowed us to get all the way up on the roof. And, kill a whole shitload of
Nothing to it.
basilisks. Well, first we're gonna go sell some shit. And I'm gonna pick up a little kibble on my way out. Because these, compound longbows are actually worth quite a bit. And then we're going to go do something a little bit less challenging than this, and that's to get a... Hey, I've still got protection for petrification up. That's to get a real cloak. I'm carrying around this werewolf cloak. But what I actually want to put there is a cloak of protection +1. What the fuck is this? I know I ran the degreenify. I should be having blue water. Was it green before? Can't remember. I'll have to check the, don't remember it being green before. You'd think I would have noticed that. I wonder if this is some kind of error that's just popped up. Oh, there goes my protection. Don't need it anymore. Is it something that's just cropped up? I'm gonna have to check the video on the other one to see if it was green back then. 'Cause I don't remember it being green. I know I ran the degreenify and I've been seeing blue water everywhere. Okay, well anyway. We're gonna sell everything except our... This, yeah. This scimitar, I think, shows up in Baldur's Gate 2, and it's in the hands of a genie. And he says something about how it's been his for a long time. But how could that be? I've got it right now.
You said something?
Yeah, that's worth a shitload. I think it's actually worth more in Baldur's Gate 2 or less. It's worth like 5,000 in Baldur's Gate 2. Yeah. I think the scientific word for that is metric fuck ton. We definitely don't need these things. Did I pick up any potions I don't want? Yeah, don't need that. Probably keep that, just in case. Yeah, 50 gold each. And I need to recharge this, and I would also like to recharge the Gibberling Wand, because that Gibberling Wand is pretty good, actually. How many charges does this have? 13. I think I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, that Gibberling Wand is pretty damn good. That's the best kind of Wand of Lightning. But I do not want to run into that situation again where I, you know, sell something intending to immediately buy back recharge. And it costs me more money than I actually have available.
If you say so.
But I do need to charge that wand. I have a good bit of money. 13 charges is a lot on the wand, so we're just gonna leave it for now. Plus I know we'll be picking up another wand later. Wand of Paralyzation is really nice. The only thing that's bad about it is it only affects one creature. This will probably be a short episode, because I'm just gonna go clear out that map with the cloak that I want.
Of course.
My inn is open to all who behave themselves.
In case you're wondering why I'm hanging on to the magic ammo, it's because the magic ammo is actually worth quite a bit of money if you sell it to someone who doesn't have any of it. And so I'm saving it up until it's, I have a shitload of it.
If that's what you want.
And then there's a guy in the carnival who will buy it. Recently discovered Snark Squad. Didn't really know that it existed before. It's pretty fucking hilarious. Right now I'm going through their 50 Shades of Grey review.
Whatever you desire.
50 Shades of Grey being, you know, a terrible, terrible book. Let's see. Nope. I knew before, I've never actually read 50 Shades of Grey because I knew two things about it. I knew that it was terrible, and I knew that it was essentially a Twilight ripoff. I didn't realize just how closely it follows the plot of Twilight. I haven't read Twilight either because, of course, that is a terrible book also. We're gonna go here. There's nothing really dangerous here. There's just a silly little semi-quest thing. How did that happen? How did I get up there without exploring this? Oh, fuck it. See, this water's blue. Why is the water in Durlake's Tower not blue?
Vita!
I only killed one. I figured there'd be more than one. I know there's a fuckload of them on this map. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They call, on Snark Squad, they call 50 Shades of Grey just a, like a, they call it a Twilight fanfiction. I'm not convinced that's accurate. Because fanfiction usually attempts to have something resembling a original plot. I mean, sometimes the plot is really questionable as to whether it's a plot or if it's just two people having sex. But, you know, even that can have a plot. You know, porn can have a plot. Just because it doesn't always have a plot doesn't mean it's not allowed or anything. But, 50 Shades of Grey doesn't even attempt to have its own plot. It just recycles the same plot as Twilight. Good rolls there. Maybe they just have sucky ass saves. The Flame Arrow lets you save for half damage, and the way the game calculates the half damage is kind of strange. It doesn't roll up the damage and then divide it by half if they make their save. What it actually does is it rolls for half damage twice. And so you get, this one has a certain amount of piercing and a certain amount of fire damage, and so you end up with 3 rolls, 2 for the fire and 1 for the piercing, because they get a save for the fire. Kind of strange. Don't like it. Oops. You know what? I'm actually going to go do melee with him, because I don't think he can hit me. Wow! Did you see that? Look at that! I chunked a fucking zombie. I'm a fucking sorcerer and I chunked something. That's... yeah, okay. So 50 Shades of Grey doesn't even attempt to have its own plot. I've never read Twilight either, but I've read Sparkle Damarung, and so I know the basic plot of it. Give me your quest.
Hello, pal.
Whatever you want.
Give me your quest and then give me your stuff. This guy doesn't trap his shit. I'll leave him his sword. But I'm taking his dead mother's necklace. And this cloak, which is what we came for.
Just ask.
Look at that. Without even any spells up, my AC is -1. I want to remind you that I'm a magic user. So I've read Sparkle Damarung, and so I know more or less the plot of, can I get there? I think I can. I know more or less the plot of Twilight, and 50 Shades of Grey doesn't even attempt to be anything else. I mean, not only are the characters the same characters from Twilight, but the plot is virtually identical, even down to the fact that the main characters break up temporarily between the first and second books. Look at that. 26 damage. I did 26 damage to the thing. And I'm rolling +8. What's he rolling on me? That other one actually got a roll on me, didn't he? He's got no modifiers at all. So at the end of the first book, the two characters break up, and of course, you know, that's what happened in Twilight. Although I can't remember if it was at the end of the first book or at the beginning of the second book, but somewhere in the break between the two books, the two main characters break up in Twilight, and the exact same thing happens in 50 Shades of Grey. And the reason is even the same. It's because the relationship is bad for the chick. The only difference between the two incidents is which one is doing the breaking up. In Twilight, I think it's the guy who's breaking up because he thinks that he's bad for her or something. And in 50 Shades of Grey, it's the chick who finally realizes that this is an incredibly abusive guy. Maybe she ought to get out while she can. The Snark Squad, the ladies there, from what I understand, see, this water's blue. And from this point forward, I'm going to actually just beat these things up. It's not like they're giving me a ton of EXP, but it's not like they're dangerous either. What's my AC? -4. Wow. That's something that fighters in this game sometimes are challenged to reach.
You wild bastard.
13. Look, I chunked him again. The ladies who write Snark Squad, from what I understand, they entered this already kind of biased against 50 Shades of Grey because they thought that a book that is so hyped could not possibly live up to the hype. Yeah, they can only hit me on a critical. But I'm just taking them to school. They were already kind of biased against the book because they thought that nothing could possibly live up to the amount of hype that 50 Shades of Grey had. And I think they were right. But the book sucks for reasons that are completely unrelated to that. The book is just generally sucky. And they don't, they make this point, but they don't make it very clearly, and I really wish that they were more clear about it. Is that the problem with the book is not the abuse per se. The abuse is bad, and it is an abusive relationship. This is not a BDSM relationship. BDSM relationships are not inherently abusive. I think I've killed all his zombies. Let's go find out.
Hello, pal.
Okay. Definitely didn't get a level there. Wonder if I can clear out this little bit. The problem with the book is not the abuse per se. It's the normalization of the abuse. It's saying that this abuse is fine, that he abuses us only because he loves us, you know, and that's of course complete bullshit. And is there any way to see across the end of this? And they do make that point, but I think they don't make it often enough because that's the whole problem with the book. It's not that it's abusive, it's the normalization of the abuse. And it's also pretty rape-tastic. No, apparently I can't. Okay, I guess we're done for this area. I'll probably continue that thought later. But that's pretty much all that we came for. I'm going to have to decide where we're going to go next. Well, let me think about it now. I could clear out this area. The ant kegs are much less dangerous to me now that I have both Blur and mirror image. I could also do some of these. But I'm not sure. I'll think about that. But I'll probably also be talking more about 50 Shades of Grey because Snark Squad is fucking hilarious. And this book is so terrible. But join me then and we'll see about it then. Later.